Hello, everybody. Welcome to Yoga for Self-Love with Kim. I am Kim. This will be a short, slow flow Vinyasa practice. So join me on the mat. Let's begin in child's pose. So your version of child's pose, knees wide, big toes coming towards each other behind you. Send your bum back to your heels. Release your forehead down to the mat, or you bring your knees together for your child's pose and let yourself melt over the legs. Release the forehead down to the mat. Feel like you could find a little bit of gentle movement here, gently rocking yourself side to side. And then find a little stillness before we start to move. Take a moment to check in, assess how are you feeling today. As always, I invite you to bring in the intention to be gentle, kind, patient, loving, and compassionate with yourself as you move through your practice today, and to carry this intention off the mat and out into the world with you. Be kind to yourself. All right, let's take it forward. Coming onto the hands and knees, finding table position. Gently rock your hips side to side a few times. And then maybe make this a little bit snaky, looking over towards right hip, and then coming through center, looking over towards left hip. Just finding any movement here that feels good in your body. And then bring yourself back to your table, back to your starting point. Tuck your toes under behind you. Press down into your fingers, hug in through the arms, and then lift your knees up off of the mat, couple of inches. So knees are hovering above the mat. Keep pressing down through the finger pads, lifting up through the armpits. And then we'll root down into the ball of that left foot. Draw that right knee up towards the nose, chest, or forehead. And then release that right foot down to the mat. And then curl that left knee in towards nose, chest, forehead. Release that left foot down. Drop your knees down to the mat. Let's roll through a few rounds of our cat-cow. Inhale, soften the belly. Lift the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, root down into the hands, round up through the back. Tailbone reaches down towards the mat. You look towards the navel. Roll it through a few times. And then bring it back into your table. Tuck toes under, press into the hands. Lift your knees up to hover up off of the mat. Few breaths. Draw the right knee in towards nose, chest, forehead. Curl in. Release right foot down to the mat. Again, round in. Left knee draws in towards nose, chest, forehead. Release that foot back to the mat. Lower the knees back down. Few more rounds of your cat-cow. Tuck the toes under. Let's send the hips up and back. Downward dog. Start with a bigger little bend in your knees. Nice long spine, finding the natural curves of your spine. And find whatever movement you like. Bend, straighten the legs. Press one heel towards the mat, then the other. Find some rocking, back and forth or side to side. And then we'll crouch down, tiger dog, bend the knees. Bring the belly towards the thighs, and then glide the hips up into your downward dog. Bend the knees, crouch it down, tiger dog. This time when you're sending your hips up, send right leg up with you, three-legged dog. Release that right foot down to the mat. Bend the knees, crouch down. We'll send the left leg up, three-legged dog. Release that left foot down to the mat. Bend your knees, crouch down. Send the right leg up, three-legged dog. Now we'll bend the right knee, begin to draw in towards your chest as you shift yourself forward into a core plank. Shoulders coming forward of the wrists, keep rooting down to the finger pads, and then glide yourself back. Right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Release that right foot down to the mat. Bend your knees and crouch it down. We'll send the left leg up, three-legged dog. Bend that left knee, shift yourself forward into your core plank. And then send that left leg up and back. Release that foot down. Bend your knees, crouch down. Right leg up. Now we'll draw that right knee underneath the body this time and over towards that left arm as you come towards your plank. And then we'll send the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. This time bend the right knee. We'll take it forward and outside of that right arm. Send that right leg up. Bend the right knee one more time. You come forward, knee to chest, core plank. Send the right leg up. And release that foot down to the mat. Bend your knees, crouch it down, left leg up. Bend that left knee. We'll take it forward and over towards that right arm. Left leg up and back. Now we take it forward this time, left knee towards that left outer arm. Send the left leg up and back. Bring it forward again, this time knee to chest. Send the leg up. Release that foot down. Walk yourself up towards the top of the mat. Lift the belly up off of the thighs. Soften the knees. Hinge yourself from the hips and fold in over the legs. Release the head. Bring backs of the hands down to the mat. Or grab elbows, or just rest hands on the mat. Or to give ourselves a little wrist release, we can lift up that right foot, tuck the right hand underneath, all the way up to the wrist, and then lift up that left foot, tuck left hand underneath, all the way up to the wrist. Begin to wiggle the toes around, wiggle the feet around, give yourself a little hand wrist massage using your own feet. And then pluck the right hand out, pluck the left hand out, hands to your hips, press into the feet, rise all the way up to stand. Let's bring the palms together at the heart. Reach your arms up and fold yourself in. Halfway lift. Ardha Uttanasana, fingers press into shins or thighs, lengthen the spine, reach the crown of the head forward, tail back. Soften the knees, fold it in. Press into the feet, come all the way up, palms together overhead, hands back down to your heart. Let's reach the arms up, fold yourself in. Halfway up, flat back, plant your hands down to the mat, step yourself back to plank. We'll lower knees down to the mat, lower down pubic bone, belly, torso, all the way down. Hug the elbows in, root into the fingers, into the toes, peel the heart up. Baby cobra. And then release yourself down, tuck toes, press into the hands, glide the hips up and back, downward dog. Crouch yourself down, tiger dog, right leg up, three-legged dog. We'll bring that right knee underneath the body over towards left arm as you shift forward into plank. Send the right leg up and back. Three-legged dog. Let's take it forward this time. Right knee comes to that right outer arm. Send the right leg back. Bring it forward this time, knee to chest. And we'll step that right foot through. Stay up on the ball of that left foot. Bend that left knee. Hug the right hip back. Press down into your feet. Begin to peel yourself up off of that front leg. You can keep a bigger little bend in that back knee. Reach arms up. Take the weight forward into that right foot. Begin to slide that left foot forward and hug that knee up towards your chest. Just bring palms together at the heart. And then slowly begin to send that left leg back behind you. Warrior 3. Extend out through that left leg. And then slowly begin to lower the ball of that left foot back down to the mat. Bend that left knee. Arms reach back up. You either keep that back knee bent or begin to straighten that leg. Back through high lunge. Let's take hands down to the mat. Step yourself back to plank. Drop knees. Lower down to the belly. Lift yourself up, baby cobra. Maybe lift it up into your full cobra if you feel ready. Release down. Tuck toes. Press into the hands and roll yourself back. Downward dog. Crouch it down. Tiger dog. Left leg up. Three-legged dog. Bend that left knee. Take it forward underneath the body over towards right arm. Left leg up and back. Let's bring it forward this time. Left knee to outer left arm. Send the leg up and back. And then we'll bring it forward. Core plank. Knee to chest. Step that left foot through to that left thumb. Stay on the ball of that right foot. Bend the knees. Hug the left hip back. Press down into the earth. Zip in through the legs. Lift up through the belly. Arms reach up. Maybe you straighten that back leg. Now we'll take the weight into that left foot. Begin to step, hop, or slide that right foot in. Draw the knee up to the chest. Take the palms together at the heart. And then we slowly, slowly begin to send that right leg back out behind you. Coming into our warrior 3. Right toes pointing down towards the mat. And then slowly, slowly lower the right foot down to the mat. Ball of the foot comes down to the mat. Both knees bent. Lift up. Maybe straighten that right leg. And then hands to the mat. Step it back to plank. Now either drop knees, lower down to the belly, come through your cobra, or we'll move it into chaturanga, low push-up, and then upward dog. Roll it forward on the toes, bend your elbows as you lower down. Elbows will stack up over the wrists and keep your shoulders above the level of the elbows. Come onto the tops of the feet, thighs lifted. Pull the heart through, upward dog. We'll all meet back in our downward dog. Step or hop it up top of your mat, fold it in. Halfway lift, flat back. Fold yourself in, press into your feet, rise all the way up, palms together overhead, hands to heart. Sit yourself down now, bend the knees, bum back, hips back, knees back, coming into chair pose, Utkatasana, arms reaching forward. We'll root into that left foot, roll up onto ball of that right foot. Bring your palms together at your heart, and then draw that right knee up towards the chest. Then slowly begin to extend that right leg back behind you again. Coming back into our warrior 3. And then right foot steps back to the mat next to the left. Sit back in your chair. Arms reach forward. Slowly we'll begin to take the weight into that right foot. Roll up onto ball of that left foot. Palms together at the heart. Send the weight into that right leg. Begin to hug that left knee in towards the chest. And then extend that leg back out behind you for warrior 3. then left foot comes back to meet the right. Sit back in your chair, arms reach forward. Press into your feet, come all the way up, palms together at the heart. And then reach arms up. Fold it in. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, step it back to your plank. Move through your vinyasa, whatever variation feels right for you. Or you skip it and you just meet us in downward dog. Crouch yourself down, send left leg up. Three-legged dog. Now we take it forward, left knee moves over towards that right arm as you come through your plank. Send that left leg up and back. Now we take it forward again, left knee to the left arm. Send that leg back. Take it forward, left knee to chest. Step the left foot through. Stay on the ball of that right foot again. Right knee bends, left knee bends, press into the earth, hug in through the legs, lift up, arms reach up. Maybe you straighten the back leg, or maybe you keep that knee bent. Again, take the weight forward into that left foot, step, hop, slide. The right foot forward, hug that knee up towards the chest, palms together at your heart, and then slowly begin to tip the torso forward. Send that right leg back into your warrior three. Right foot back to the mat. Both knees bent as you come through, high lunge, and then maybe straighten back leg. Hands to the mat, step yourself back to plank. Find your flow. Other side, same thing. Crouch down, right leg up, three-legged dog. Take it forward, right knee over towards left arm. Send the right leg up and back. Take it forward, right knee to right arm. Send the right leg up and back. Take it forward, right knee to chest. Step right foot through. Stay up on the ball of that left foot. Bend both knees. Hug the right hip back. Maybe left hip forward a little bit. Hips squaring off towards top of the mat. Arms reach up. Maybe extend the back leg. Take the weight into that right foot. Step, hop, slide. Left leg forward. Draw that knee up towards the chest. Palms come together at your heart. Let's take it into our warrior three. Slowly tip yourself forward. Send that left leg back behind you. Left hip squaring down towards the mat, toes pointing down. And then slowly step the left foot back to the mat, bring it up through your high lunge. Hands to the mat, step it back to plank. And move through your flow. From your downward dog, pedal out the legs. Walk it out. Find some movement or some stillness. Lower knees down to the mat. Come back to sit on your heels. Take palms together at your heart. And now we'll turn the hands to face down. Bring the backs of the palms together. Get a little release for the wrists and the forearms. Could also just take your hands, tuck them into your armpits. Another way to get a nice little wrist release. And then just shake your hands out. Bring the palms together at the heart. May you feel safe. May you be healthy. May you be happy. May you live with ease. May your heart be open to love, compassion, and may you know joy. Thanks so much for sharing this short, slow flow vinyasa practice with me today. With love and gratitude, namaste.